good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy, in good places with good people, doing good things. I have a couple readings, like there's some kind of delay or something, it seems like, uploading. Because I have like a lot of videos that, not a lot, but you know, I have a handful of videos that I'm trying to upload, and one of them is really interesting because it lays out some things pretty straightforward. Where are my notes from that? I don't even think I had any real notes. I had just written down some questions we asked the cards. It was really good though. But this one is like, people don't want context, they want conflict. Is what it says here. The truth doesn't matter to them, only what they feel. And that's the difficulty, because the truth is supposed to encourage you to feel things correctly. And the truth is supposed to, you know, that's how it works. You know, the truth is supposed to help you see things, you know, from perspective. It's not supposed to darken your heart. It's supposed to make you much lighter. It's so funny too, because truth is over here from the other day's reading, and it says truth good. So let's see. I was told to actually grab out of this deck here. I do have another reading that I'm going to do based on this current mood cycle that we're going to be in. So let's just go ahead and... Okay, that was a lot. Initials M or Z may be significant. Maybe there's some passion and people really exploring their sexuality, their choice in uniting. It's the Lovers energy. Why is the video all fuzzy? All right. Let's see. Trying to wait for this to, because whatever this, it's like such a grainy view. It's almost like it's, you know, not happening in real life or something. Like it's like this weird delay on the live. I'm seeing. But anyway, the initials M or Z. All right, let's see what this is about. People are going to kiss all of your behind. People are trying to keep themselves out of trouble. They should have tried doing that before they got into the trouble. That's how I feel about it. It's like, are you really trying to do that after the fact? Don't you think you should have been doing that beforehand? Look at how the tables have turned. Yikes. It's that energy there. Interesting. Whatever they're trying to do, whatever it is, it won't work. It won't work. Ooh, whatever type of hostility, conflict someone's trying to bring you, maybe some disagreements, like people are trying to, like, maybe even sending mental magic to try to make you disagree with what you want, make you look at things, you know, the wrong way. Yeah. There may be someone who's getting mixed messages too about like you maybe being unavailable to them. Like, I know if you're like me, you might have changed your number, even though it was like a fresh number that you gave this person. I'm hearing something about a birthday present or something, But yeah, they cannot come back from what they've done. So there may be some old people from the past too who like, maybe they were trying to like come around you and be around in the pursuit of like trying to be available for your birthday if you have a birthday coming up or something like that. But it's like it's because they can't come back from what they've done. So maybe people were trying to like come back in so they could hang around until that time. The initials U, F, N, R, S could be significant. Pay your fair share. So there's some money that's owed that needs to come back, and that's likely why whomever this energy is, where the tables have turned, that's likely why they're in the problems they're in. Like they're having some struggles. Like they are so off balance. I get that this person is like full of anxiety all day and night. They know, like it's like if ever life was bad, it's about to get worse. If ever life was bad, it's about to get worse. And I keep seeing you're F now. Like I keep seeing that here in these cards. You're F now. So I don't know. Ooh, and that's funny because that initial S, I had got a download like about somebody who like used to be your friend and maybe was always sleeping with people that you liked or dated, or they were also part of sending people to you. Like they would sleep with them first, trying to like, I don't know, even maybe like after they slept with the first person that they knew slept with you. I don't know. And it's somebody that you looked at like as a friend, but you kind of just didn't like, like they didn't get down, like a grown up. Not in the sense that like they were immature and didn't, pay their bills or anything like that. It's just kind of like their emotional instability was really what it was, is what I'm hearing. It's like when you would say like, oh, okay, let's do this. So they'd be like, okay. And then they'd go along, but then they'd complain. And then you'd be like, oh, okay, well, next time let's try this. And then you do what they suggested. They're like, well, I'd much rather do this. And you do it. And then they still complain. I was one of those types of people. Jewelry. This is funny because this card came out the other day and I was laughing about how I lost a tennis bracelet when I was younger. But I had, or at least I thought I had, the habit of like losing jewelry. That was something that I often, did when I was younger. It's been a thing too, kind of, sort of. Maybe someone's, I feel like it goes over here. Like maybe there's someone who's going to give you some jewelry, but they're going to make sure, like they are going to make sure you have everything you need. What I keep hearing. It's coming from this lover's energy. This person here is concerned about some actual jail time. They currently cannot find or keep a job. It's like two individuals in this energy. And as they realize what they've done, they'll be humbled and mortified. I feel like it gets deeper and deeper in that every day. And they start to get in this psychosis. They're in a real bad situation right now. Ooh. So because they're in some trouble with this cult or coven or organization that they had paid, or that was paid in addition to them, these businessmen were paid for those employees that they could control. And again, the biggest part of that test was the Christmas party. So if there was recently a Christmas party, they were expecting the attendance to be at a certain amount so that they could utilize those, like hone in on those employees the most. And if there were people that they had planned, like, and thought that they would be there because they had put them into like this Five of Swords energy, because that's what they do, right? This cult of coven. So they put these employees in these situations where it's like maybe the employees feel like they're getting unfair treatment, or they're not getting the same treatment as certain other people, etc., etc. But that's what they do, and they expect those employees to show up because they're promised like gifts, like, oh, we have gifts for everybody and their families and blah blah blah. Ooh, that was another heavy download too. You shall soon see why. But that's where they are owing some money right now that can't be paid back. Like it's like there's a couple different types of groups, and it has a lot to do with they mismanaged some money. It's in that other reading that won't upload. That's the hard part about this one right now. There's this whole other reading that like explains who did what, when, where, why, and how, and it was freaky, but it's there. So I'll try to upload it again. Okay, what were we discussing? Oh, this company Christmas party. So this recent Christmas party, they make sure that like that unfair treatment goes on so that you'll feel kind of like, well, we need to show up at this Christmas party, like to support the company. And then, you know, maybe you even feel like you're moving up in the company by doing this and, you know, by being present. And but they are doing it to make sure you stay in need, stay in lack. And to keep you, maybe you and maybe the people in your household that you bring to the party, whatever you bring to the party, basically, they're going to try to make sure that those people turn on one another. They literally have some issues if the people that they plan, yeah, look, if the people that they plan to show up don't show up, they literally have some issues. And spirits keep saying you shall soon see why, because I think they get a certain amount of money from these covens for their heads that they can get, that they keep tied into these organizations or companies that they work with. And because you are signing a contract when you move, when you get hired on with the company, and a lot of us don't look through it because we're going either some people are going through it like with 20 other people, right, or more. Some people are going through it just on their phone or computer or whatever, you know. But gotta be, I guess that's where the world is turning to now. It's like you already can't trust people by their mouth, but now you can't trust, you know, that they're even giving you documents to sign that are legitimately going to be in any way, shape, or form protective of you. Like they just aren't, and they're getting more and more malicious and predatory as time persists. You should see the thing with like Airbnb has this whole clause that like they're not responsible for if you get, you know, videotaped while you're in their Airbnbs against your knowledge, even though they know and have many reported cases of people being videotaped all throughout the Airbnb. It's ridiculous. So instead of actually addressing the problem that they have with these people that are renting out their properties, they just want to put a clause in there to, I feel like it makes them, it holds them harmless. It indemnifies them of any, legalities. But yeah, someone is having extreme abdominal pain, nausea, and fever, and it's diverticulitis. Y'all see what it say. Ooh. Oh. There's a connection, I guess, maybe with ancestors, that maybe somebody tried to disconnect you from, which is why that's happening. This diverticulate, I don't know. It don't sound good. There's the initials H or U. Is H out here twice? Things will soon work out. Oh, okay. Maybe the ancestors are also doing certain things in like protection of your crown jewels, things like that. All types of things that people would think or consider to be jewelry. Like I feel like it's all being pulled out of the places. Remember I said I lost a tennis bracelet, and that's for some reason came up all of a sudden, and I was going through the process of explaining, like at the time though, I was living in an apartment. I didn't really have things set up. I wasn't one of those girly girls that kept all the stuff all dainty and stuff like that. I just had my things that I liked, and that was it. You know what I mean? So, which, over the course of time, it was hard to buy those things back then. I'm talking like 20 plus years ago. It's not like you can go on Amazon now and find, the little things for all your things, it wasn't like that. So, but also I did lose a lot of jewelry. Like that was just the thing. And I was always doing that when I was younger. And I think that, coming back, like I feel like one of the rings, I lost a pinky ring when I was little, and it was found in the front yard. And it was because somebody came, because I said I smelled gas. And I kept saying, I smell gas. Every time I walk up the stairs, I smell gas. And I kept telling my mom, I smell gas. And finally, she called somebody else, and they say, yeah, you have a gas leak. It's really small, but there is a gas leak here. And in the process of kind of digging whatever up in the front yard that they needed to dig up, they found the ring. So it's kind of like, it's this thing of like, I'm on the nose too, is what, and I do have a really good nose. Like I can smell the pizza man from around the corner, and it's not a game. Like literally come over, order a pizza. We can go to anywhere you want, and we order the pizza. And I guarantee you I can smell it coming when it gets around the corner. It's like, oh, yep. Anyway, the initials L, E, or H may be significant. Ooh. This is such a funny card, especially they coming out. Ooh, maybe the people with those initials are liars. Literal idiocy. Like literally they are just like the definition of what it means to be stupor. Like stupor. Wow. Maybe they're stuck in some type of stupor too. But these initials are supposed to be just the initials F, S, T, and K. But it literally always feels like F, U, S, H. So I don't know. Maybe someone was thinking too big. Maybe when someone is thinking bigger or more of themselves than they should have, because it says think bigger. Think bigger than you can imagine. And I don't feel like this person was thinking bigger than they could imagine within themselves is the problem. Yeah, it's like this, they weren't using their own creativity, their own mindset, their own, you know, life lessons. It feels as though they didn't have any because it's upside down. And that's why they're, you know, not even in a page energy, it feels like. I feel like these people are very lost. So energetically, they're not even really falling anywhere in the arcanas at all. If that makes sense, because there's cards in here too that says that, like, what happens when a star, you know, falls out of the sky. I feel like, oh, there's some extra information too that I'm working on a special reading about the moon cycle and the fact that the planets are aligning right now and what that really means, because that's not something that always happens and all that other stuff. But listen, it has a lot to do with this though. They are sour about everything. Okay? Everything. And don't take these initials personally if they go in a certain area and it's like, oh, that's me. If you know you haven't been doing things to go against other people, then you know you're fine. Okay, so anyway, or if you're any astrological signs that come up, you know, it may be for someone else who really needs that. So don't take things personal is also an energy I'm getting to for the collective. Don't judge at all. Okay, the initials J, S, C, A, and M. There's no such thing as just watching when a crime is being committed. Someone called to report their car stolen, but it was actually repossessed. This keeps coming out. People are mocking them to their face. And I feel like there was an instance where someone, they conspired to have someone's car disappear, basically. So they conspired to have someone's car chopped, and they did it. And what's happening now is that is being investigated, and it's going to cause a lot more investigations into just like minimal things that are going to get these people in worse trouble. Your new person will cater to you. The reason why I know that that's this new person is because it says mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy are always increasing and improving themselves, and their circle around them loves this. Nice. So spirit family feels like it's really maybe they're in this Page of Wands energy. They're inspired by their life and work and the discovery of what's next for them with these unions coming into play too. That's awesome. Yeah. And like how it affects these issues and instances of tension and diversity, this conflict and all this competition, you know, that they've been having disagreements about how they live their life and what they do. And it's all about this energy of like prosperity covering pain. Ooh, I love that. Somebody who's got really big eyes is involved. Like somebody, a fish-eyed fool. Like I get all the energy of somebody who has like really big bug eyes is involved. But that may also be a rat too. Ooh, yeah, that's somebody trying to remain nameless. I feel like their initials are out here already though. You aren't getting what you deserve. That's why this person is ratting, to be perfectly honest. Because if they feel like you're not getting all the jewels, all the this, all of that. And so it's annoying people. It's annoying people that actually know you. And I'm not trying to be like mean, but I feel like this person, if they're ratting, they knew about something, you know? And so that's why they're being made a little fun of here in the description of like a fish-eyed fool. But I think that gives a visual description to some people about who this person is as well. There are multiple, or maybe themselves. There are multiple unalivings this group is responsible for. That's how they got so many people to go along. Yeah, when you can show that you can have people removed, it probably makes other people say, okay, well, we can't mess with them because I've seen, you know, them unalive people. And you just out here having a good time, and you're being told to continue to have a good time too. Why are these coming out so foggy and fuzzy? And it's so clear right here in the actual camera. Patience, perseverance, long-term view, waiting for plants to bear fruit. This all is really excellent. I feel like there's a lot of significant changes. A lot of my depth information is going to come from this other reading that I'll do later. That's about the moon cycle, and you know how I like to pull information from the books that I use, the Shamanic Egyptian Astrology book, The Power of Now, And then there's a couple other ones too. But anyway. Ooh. Several of the unit's employees have already given their account to their superiors. There's something about like unit 536 or 527 or 236 or 537. What that means. Ooh, maybe that's some Coast Guard information. Maybe it's past energy. Okay, so maybe someone used to work for the Coast Guards, okay? Or had some type of affiliation with them. And this is old affiliation. And that unit's employees have already given their account to their superiors because I guess maybe the money, I'm hearing that there's a lot of issues because the money is not flowing like it used to. Because it's all going back, like I said before. So now people are like, oh, okay, well, you can't pay me. Well, I've got a family and I got this. And, you know, we got to take care of all of these things hitting us. And why are these things hitting us now? And blah, 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 blah. So there's some energy of like past contracts. And I'm talking about these people have even left these groups, and they moved on. I feel like these groups are like 20 years old, like, plus situations when these people were really involved in doing whatever they're doing, and they're hunting each other down now, trying to figure out. Yeah, maybe it's because there's this mother energy and your business is none of their business, and that's how it's being kept. I feel like they're finding out too that, like, I don't know, collective, are you out there putting out your own rumors because you feel like it's your business and it's not their business? Because I don't see any problem with that. I feel like this is, that's because you're going to keep winning. Like, that's what you're made for, And that really puts these people in maybe this Nine of Swords energy, because I feel like somebody is in trouble here. Maybe they got word of this, all of this. Oh, in November and December, they were communicated about how they were a felony accessory after the fact, and they're being a bit severely more punished. I guess maybe they're triggered by that. I guess they could be. And a lot of the reason why things get worse for these people, or what I'm hearing, like whomever these individuals are, is because somebody from the group hasn't moved on. Like, there's people, like I said, these people moved on from their affiliation with these individuals. So these people haven't done any work against you. These are old connections, like I said, from 10, 20, 30 plus years ago, where these people got these people involved, and these people have like forgotten all about it. But for whatever reason, something popped up and they came and got an account to their superiors. Okay. And it's really messing them up because it's a felony accessory after the fact. No. And now that's because these people are realizing, these old community members are realizing, like, these people didn't matter. Like, nobody matters to these people. They don't care about these people. They don't care about these people at all. Not the people from the past. They feel like they don't care about the people that they're currently involved with and getting messed up, that it's going to, like, come back when they least expect it. These people have, like, again, these are people that they did work with a long time ago, and it's hitting them. And these people are like, wait a minute, we so far removed from this. Because maybe somebody in the group, like, was like, wait a minute, this is a lot. Like, this is, everybody in the group is getting hit, and they're wondering what's going on because they're disbanded. So if you're no longer even having to take part in ritualistic things, you're wondering why anything is going wrong, because that's what's triggering these people. Because they're like, wait a minute, this isn't supposed to be happening. Like, we put this down a long time ago. And they don't even have an option now. Like, they have to go through this because they were involved. Like, it's like, there's no really, like, moving on. It's like, you just have to go through it. It's not even an option to move on. You just gonna have to ignore whatever you see happening, whatever is taking place. You're gonna have to, like, act like you don't know, or I don't know. Everyone can feel the magic of your divinity. Period. That's what they're being told, too. These people are being told, like, act like you don't notice that it's happening and just ignore the fact that it's going on. And that's literally, they're telling people from the Coast Guard, like, you guys are going to have to just act. These are people who's, like, I don't even know if it's pension money or retirement money or something. There's something that, like, they took a cut over here because they were told that they would constantly get this handout over here. So it's like, they went ahead and said, okay, cool, I'll sign up for that because it was money off the books. So then it's like, okay, so I can still collect my Social Security. And they thought they was about to live like fat rats. And now the time has come and they're moving into that era, or they've something like that, and it's not happening. And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? That's what it means by everyone can feel the magic of your divinity. Because it's hitting people that did stuff 20, 30 years ago. Like if somebody was involved, like if there's somebody who did spell work on your mama when she was pregnant with you, they in trouble. And collective spirit saying you need to act allergic. Act like you continue to act allergic to these type of people, which you are. You know, spiritually, you are allergic to them. That's probably why it's in yellow. A lot of Oshuna energy. Spiritually, you are allergic. You know, like I said, this feels heavy. This feels dark. My stomach hurts. Toxicity really is unhealthy, you know? And again, you have to understand whether you're just PTSD can even be created by watching someone experience something. You know, if you watch an accident occur, it can be something that like hurts your stomach forever, right? You know, it can literally do that. Because I've heard about that happen, like especially with these semi trucks who hit these toddlers, and I'm like, why does that always sometimes happen? Because I remember that happening when I was really young. I don't know if it was a semi truck or if it was like, it was in Richmond, California too. I don't know if it was a semi truck and it was outside and it just whoosh. It was just a horrific thing. It was a really horrific thing. I don't think I saw it. I don't remember seeing it. I remember like hearing the noise. I remember hearing the noise, and maybe my mother saw it. I don't know. I remember hearing the noise, or the mother of the child saw it happen. Imagine that though. Like this is the kind of thing, you know, that's the kind of energy. So imagine that. Imagine watching your child get hit by a vehicle or something like that. That's what, you know, the kind of PTSD that these people are going to be experiencing. That's the type of trauma they're going to be experiencing. Because these people know, again, everyone can feel the magic of your divinity. The fact that you've awakened, like they said, everyone can feel this. That has a lot to do with what I'm putting in this other reading too about the planets aligning. Like, what does that mean? Do people know what that means? Because people might think, oh, we have another option or an opportunity to make a move. They don't realize, like, no. I saw the signs and I opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. Literally. Don't mind me, my voice is not in tune. I'm not here for that. But ultimately, that's what's taking place right now. Everybody is seeing the signs. Everybody is having, you know, this awakening moment. Maybe even to the point of feeling full. Like, maybe even, it's like full of themselves. Like, sick to their stomach with how they've behaved. Which is a part of it. Because that does have to happen. Maybe even some people are realizing that too, like with their children. Because I get a heavy energy of like, you know, because I understand what it's like to like make poor choices in relationships that affect your children, right? And it's all about the healing it. But some people don't heal it. They just kind of keep pushing through, forgetting that they've, you know, established this PTSD by seeing them in this, you know, unhealthy relationship, or learning their own, you know, laziness or whatever it is that comes from the life experience of being around this person. And that's why it's so important to encourage our children to identify for themselves, just period, on how they want to move, how they want to interact in life, you know, let them make their own choices. That's very important, you know, especially if they go to some type of like private schools or, you know, schools where they have to wear uniforms. I always let my son like, no, you can do your hair. You can get your hair any way you want it, because I wanted him to have something that he was in control of, that made him different, you know, immediately, you know what I mean? Immediately, you know, I don't want some, it's just a thing. It's important to let him feel his own authenticity, to let him understand how to express his authenticity in a place where there's a lot of homogeny. I've said that word a lot because it feels like that's what they're trying to create, and a lot of homogenous. Spirit don't got nothing to say about that. Okay, I feel like a lot of it's going to come up in that other reading that I'm doing. Okay, so I guess this was just like a message to like somebody about something with this respect to this Coast Guard and some past friends. I'm being called to clean these up and maybe do a couple more sets out of the thingy there. I'm not going to pull tarot. Can I release? Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to my little... All right. This is a Mr. Clean Sponge. I feel like somebody's cleaning the house too. Like not just literally, but like physically, emotionally, spiritually. Maybe that's what that one's going to relate to someone that's more so in this energy. I just moved it because it's easier to move my hand around, not being right up under the, the camera and things. I'm not picking anything in particular. Just still going through them. Whatever grabs. Ooh, something over there God has just pulled out. Might be a little bit of a secret, or might be something that's taking place in real time that nobody or somebody that nobody knows except for somebody, and that somebody doesn't want anybody to know. Look at this. That cracks me up when that happens, and I'm talking about something that's like nobody. They don't want to be seen, or oh, ooh, maybe that's what it is. Somebody is completely obsessed with you, and their person feels a way about it. I also got a download, which I need to make a card for that too. This next one though, I got a download that like somebody who may have been like a friend, an associate, or you were cool with, whatever. You know, you didn't have any qualms. You knew the person, whatever. They dated your ex or something like that, and you still don't have any problems with them, but they're realizing like who your ex really is and how they're being used. So that came up. Ooh, yeah. Maybe this person, maybe they're realizing like that money is a tool just like time, but that's also how they're realizing and understanding like, oh, they're using this time that I'm spending with them and trying to create money using this person's sexual energy. So it's maybe that ex that I put that like, ooh. And this person thought that it was like, oh, okay, well, just because I'm not cheating, it felt like everything was fine. Well, it's like, well, I'm not cheating on you. It's like, yeah, but you're also using me. Like, you're using me for money. And then you're doing something when we're in an intimate moment that's preying on other people's energy without my, you know, acknowledgement of it. And then I'm wondering why, you know, stuff slows down for me and blah, 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 blah. So that's happening. There's also a service repair person or employee or something like that that may have been involved in this. That came up last year. Initials A or N may be significant. There is chaos all around them. They are fighting one another. So maybe this person and their, ooh, yeah, whoever this is that don't want to be identified. I don't think that that matters though. You are fully covered though. And that's why they're having, like, that's why they're being so exposed. Because when I feel like you've been who you are. You've been upfront. You've been fully exposed as far as like who you truly are. And now you're being covered because of the lies that people told after you walked through life and exposed who you really are to people. So what's happening now is you're being covered. That's why that protection exists. Because if you walk through life exposing yourself to be exactly who you are, and it's not of anything of offense to anybody, and then people come behind you and say, oh, no. It's like, you know, picking up, you know, stirring up dust behind you. It's like when, like, the whole energy of like people speaking on them having been with you a billion years ago, and it's like, we're not together now. Like, why are you bringing that up? Why is that a conversation? Like, don't you have somebody new yet? Like, it's a lot of just, what? She uses all of her money to buy high-priced clothes and accessories and to front with friends, but she's broke. They have no spiritual or physical protection. That's what I just said. You were fully covered. It's also going back to the beginning of the reading, like how there are things that some people have and they have the proper space and, you know, whatever to afford to keep those types of items. Like they got 12, you know, diamond tennis bracelets. All 12 of those diamond tennis bracelets are gone. They can just consider them gone. It's just a matter of time. They may be hurt by that. The fact that they have no spiritual or physical protection. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that you are not giving into that situation. And it's in your best, that's in your best interest right now. Yeah, and it's not in your best interest right now too. Like, you can look at it either way. And it's not in your best interest right now too, you know, to consider the fact that they're even hurt. Like, that has nothing to do with you. January and February is a new life. That 6 coming back out. 6 hours, 6 minutes, 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years. I don't know. They stay trying to mind your business, though. That's what I do know. I don't understand that. Yep, it's true. They want to stay connected and around you so that you can stay in your old cycle. That's really all it is. Yep, it's true. That's what they're trying to do. Keep you in that cycle right here in January, February, because when that new year begins in March, you're not prepared at all because you still got all of these people connected to you that have no business being connected to you. Someone's father reported the illegal monitoring. They overheard an employee friend. Yeah, so there's the illegal monitoring. An employee that was doing the illegal monitoring and their friend were overheard by one of their parents on the phone, nervously discussing it. Ooh, and that was 6 to 10 months ago. Ooh, look, there we go to 6. So 6 to 10 months ago, someone's father reported illegal monitoring. They overheard an employee or friend talking about something about you being the best and only option. 9, 10. Maybe that was something somebody realized maybe in September, October. Well, I told you guys, someone now has big money problems. That card hasn't come out. Like, I don't even know I made some of these. Because the law is involved now. Like I said, that's the previous set of cards. Someone whose pride is solely in their looks will have their face severely burnt. Oh my gosh. I feel like that's the energy they gave you. If you had any incidents where you were cooking and like hot water would get splashed on you, or oil, or just like freak accidents with things almost, scarring you very, very badly, like, severely, it's because they were doing something like that. And now it's going back. And what I'm getting is like, it might not even be the person that we've been mentioning in the reading. It might be like someone's child even. Oh gosh, this is no bueno. I accept all of me. It's key. So that's another reason why this is the person, whomever these options are your best options. Because I feel like it's like options for, friends and, business and love and, for your children and, all kinds of stuff. And maybe you need to raise your vibration a little bit more and focus on that over the weekend. Because I know sometimes that's what we hone in on. Like, what should we be doing right now? Amplifying your worth. Because they already admire you. Oh, wow. They know your worth. Maybe there's some Gemini, forward movement. You can have it all. Sunbathe a little. Nice. It's coming up twice. Wow. There's some type of cover-up or something that was out here that people were trying to do, but don't lose any sleep over anything. Because, people could try to cover up, but you must be getting closer to getting caught on the original stuff. So now you're trying to cover up the stuff that you put out to cover up the stuff. Yeah. Good luck with that, covering up that stuff. Isn't it the same? Like, if you tell a lie, you got to tell another lie to cover up the lie. And then you got to tell another lie to cover the lie that you told. People don't get it. None of the things they do will work. None of them. That's come out a couple times in this reading already, right? Maybe there's somebody wondering that. Maybe somebody in a Gemini energy. I don't know. The yellow prompted me to put it over there. Maybe that's someone who's judging you. And I said that at the beginning of the reading too. Like, don't judge people. Because it's that whole energy of like right now, especially with these planets aligning and how things like moving around and all of what's happening and things and such. You have to understand like how this trajectory works, because that's what this is. When things line up, it's for a trajectory. What are they trajecting? What are they trajecting? Oh, we understood about the planets. They thought we just was into aliens and stuff, I guess. I don't know. They were living beyond their means majorly, and their assets are being seized. Ooh, that almost rhymes. Ooh. Oh. I feel like it's some like T.I. and Tiny major, because they major. If you add up dollars, especially no, I can't even call it little, huh? We're gonna call it little anyway. that little lawsuit What started out little came big, big, big. And that's amazing and that's wonderful. And I think it's triumphant, you know, because we watched T.I. go through his own, you know, difficulties and change, you know, and go through his own struggles in life. You know what I mean? Just in his relationship with the law and, you know, all kinds of different things. So it's not, you know, you can't. Chaos and confusion spells are reverse. Let that be a sign, you know. You see how that reversed? How they took, you know, tried to capitalize on those little girls' dance group and call it a different name. And they were like, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and reverse that in the court and get all kinds of money. I feel like this is something their child is going to talk about with their class, like with the daughter, child's college classmates and her are going to laugh about this stuff. It's only funny because it's over, right? That's also what collective needs to understand too. Like, make sure you're taking every opportunity to laugh, seeing whatever songs come to your mind, let them out, all that good stuff. Someone is completely obsessed with you and that person feels a way about it. This came out twice. These are my obsessions. I don't know what else to say. Each time they send you the evil eye, ooh, they get bad news. I knew that was coming. Because there's somebody out here who don't know how, like, this person might even, like, know that you're allergic and they're not supposed to spray perfume in the office or something like that. And they come through before you get in and spray it, like, right there by your chair. Just to make you have allergies all day or something. You used to just eat just unnecessarily. Then they walk by you. Oh, you're sneezing again? You know what I mean? Just evil for no reason. You're just always up to some shit, huh? Keep it up. Ooh, they have this alcohol addiction entity. Ooh, that they struggle with. Oh, that's never good. You know, that one can take you through a loop. That one will drive you silly because you're drunk driving. Like, you're gonna be in a lot more trouble. I felt like, I'm not even gonna follow my feelings. I'm just tell you what the card said. It had to happen. I feel like it had to happen too, cards. Because you deserve I feel like I deserve the very best too, cards. I'm just saying. Doing mental magic on children, they'll be punished and the children are protected. You better believe it, baby. It had to happen for them to be exposed for who they truly are. Because they what they don't realize is all these people that were working with them that have children, that mental magic can go to their children now. Because it don't come here. Once protected. Look at this. Where's the card? Where's the card? What did the card say? Where's that card? It's right here. This one? This is a good one. Ooh. Rewind back to when I was holding this one up and we was talking about the process of that. That was good. Really good. Feel this nice. Soft. Like a baby. All right, let's see. I'll pull out one more set of these and then I'm gonna be gone. Cause I gotta go do some studying for that that other reading. What I'm gonna do for everybody. With the stuff about the moon and I think where it's in Libra, I think, is a planet, and then there's some information about why the planets are aligning like they are. Because they is aligning. Mercury is the last one that they're waiting for right now. And what all of that really means. And it ties directly into these readings. And what we've been saying in our readings. Just so you know, it's about the readings. Some information in these readings. Ooh. These readings, some of these energies, it's like, oh, I'm so grateful that's not me. Oh, I'm so grateful I don't live in an apartment building like that anymore. Oh, I'm so grateful. Like, that's really the collective's energies right now. Grateful, 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 grateful. Grateful, 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 grateful. How could I not be grateful? Look at this. Backfires. Ooh, maybe in some of these... I'm getting the energy of like this gift that they're saying that isn't good. I'm saying they saying, I don't remember making these cards. These are old, but they are irrelevant, right? Like whomever this is that they are calling the police on, maybe, I don't know if there's something going on with the divine masculine that like there's a female or feminine energy that they keep having to call the police on and they keep doing things to where the police are being called, and when they investigate it leads back to this person. Or that's what maybe that's what Divine Masculine is about to find out. Like there's been a legal investigation and it's going to lead very soon. It's going to lead right back to homegirl. Someone's world has come to an end. Oh well. By the end of the year, your entire life will be better than before. So it's just kind of like this is the beginning of the oh wait, we are focused on the astrological new year, which is in the water sign of Pisces. You see that? So I think it's talking about by the end of this astrological year. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Yep, no matter what age they are, the responsibility at this point is on each person. Doesn't matter if they were young and I still have, I have this, or I'm pregnant, or don't matter. They are still going to have to weigh their options, make difficult decisions about whatever it is. I don't care if it's like having to, it's having whatever they got to give up and do. They just got to do it. That's just life, right? That's life. Someone keeps saying that you're lying on them, but you don't and didn't know it was them that you were even talking about. Like, how am I lying on somebody when I don't even know? Maybe it's something to do with like readings, or because that's the only way that I feel like you can anonymously say things and you don't really know who it is that you're really talking about. So she thought her poop didn't stink, but people are telling her to her face. Yeah. So I guess that maybe it could even be a family member too. Like it could be a family member that's saying, oh, well, she's lying and da-da-da-da-da. But everybody's like, no. Ooh. And that's how everybody feels right now. It's like, let them stay lost. No one cares, Ooh. Maybe this person is realizing too that people are growing less physically attracted to them. And so they're struggling in that. Ooh. And maybe right now the only person that is dealing with them is some type of security or prison officer, like somebody in the law enforcement industry. Wow. And it's not your responsibility to heal others, and you know that. So maybe that's like what to do about that situation. Maybe this is even a friend or a family member or something. This love transcends all space and time. Again, because you're kind of moved on from things, The initials S, K, P, B, or I could be significant. Maybe a brother is involved here in this. Maybe you're not surprised because the wow was upside down. But I feel like in your new relationship, you will be. There's going to be like this big wow moment. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Oh, yeah. And somebody's parents are cutting them off financially as well. And I feel like you're not in an energy of like reminiscing about these people. Like you could care less. This MRZ is out again. And that whole stack of cards is literally right here. So it's not the same set. Because oftentimes I'll make anywhere from 2 to 4 sets of the same cards when it comes to initials and letters and numbers and months and stuff like that. Or relationships like brother, sister, uncle, aunt, nail tech, or hairstylist and barber. I have been involved in this. Aries, focus on your power color. Maybe, I have to look in my book, but passion, fire, excitement. I get it's just a lot of energy from that fire sign energy of Aries. Dress to impress, but be comfortable and graceful. Ground yourself and don't overdo it. Sounds like something's got something that they're getting ready for. Maybe this brother is finding out about some cheating, lying, and manipulating. Wow. And in some other instances, like this case is open and shut. All evidence will be reviewed and considered for sentencing, but no less than 12 years minimum for each person. So this is something that involves multiple people. Ooh, and a couple that is younger. Dang. A year from now, they'll be, I guess, going in to like turn themselves in, or maybe, okay, let me not speak too soon. A year from now, they're realizing the ways they need to mature, because for some people, it's not going to hit. Like they're going to go through those feelings of being angry after they get convicted and sitting in the jail and feeling, like a victim in some way, shape, or form, and having to adjust to whatever's going on in there, because that's a whole different life. There's a lot of abuse that goes on in there too, and so they're going to be experiencing things that they, had called for you in your life or wanted to see you in, and it's just not a good thing for these people. The entire city's commerce is plagued by this malicious act to you. Their engagement or marriage is fake. Ooh, somebody's losing their hair. Somebody that's really nasty. Like somebody who's like went around sleeping with a bunch of people. Ooh, who may be pregnant right now by either like this nail tech or hairstylist or barber. Or maybe that's their job. Oh, no, they've been lying about a pregnancy maybe because this is no and pregnancy. Whatever it is, something is not right. Additional charges are being added by their employers for misuse of company property and relationships. Wow. Oh, wow. And it's not over. I'm guessing these people are getting, like, over the next 7 days or so, they'll be finding out more about these additional charges that they're getting, like the companies. Ooh. That's funny because I have a card here that says that the HR person, because HR is usually somebody who has access to things and systems where you can run people's, information and get a background check and, find stuff. So somebody misused their power in that way too, is what I'm understanding. Maybe last year, May, June is when that really caught up with this person. This is maybe somebody's baby daddy or baby mama. This is a past karmics person. So it's nothing to do with you, like I said before. It's your ex, their ex, or somebody that needs to heal. They have a real deep-rooted issue because what you do is always from the soul. So, like, their soul is burdened by your soul having so much depth. Like, you learn to love people so good. And, they don't even have any real friendships, that they can go towards. Why is my thing so fuzzy right now? This is not fair that it's so fuzzy. Maybe it's the light. Next time I won't put the light on. Sure, whoever this is heartbroken and jealous. Yeah. They have their friendships are all ending because they betrayed their friends. Yeah, to do beauty spells with them and stuff like that. So whatever friends they had that they did some type of beauty spells with, maybe those friendships are ending because they're like, you can't find the beauty. They're not going to be able to find the beauty in their friendship anymore. Like they're not going to see anything that makes their life more appealing by keeping this person a part of their lives. That's essentially how these beauty spells are backfiring that these friends did. So if people did beauty spells together against someone, they are backfiring on those people and those friends. And they're just going to be repulsed by each other. Like when you find somebody ugly, you can't really, it's hard to stare at them and look at them. Again, that stomach hurting. A lot of people are going to find their stomach hurting out for a lot of reasons. And it's going to be like an all day thing. It's just going to roll in the stomach ache energy. It's just going to be a lot of anxiety from, bottom to the top, rooted to the tutor. Somebody's vacation home is in foreclosure and they need to file a personal bankruptcy. They will have to move into an apartment that accepts bankruptcies too. So maybe there's an aunt that's in this energy. She's heartbroken and jealous. How are you heartbroken and jealous? Someone is doing magic, but it's a complete waste of time. Maybe it was on Wednesday or they were planning to do this on Wednesday. Spirit saying, don't do it. You can not follow the spiritual guidance. You can keep staying in reverse in this energy, or you can, take it how it resonates. He thought his stuff didn't stink, but his boys and the fellas are letting him have it left and right. I feel like a lot of people, especially now, maybe because somebody is trying to transform or in process of like realizing who they are. And they're like, well, we tried to tell you this. Like maybe somebody's friends have been telling them this for years. And they were like, we kept trying to tell you this, but you weren't listening. So maybe this is an energy that's from that reading that I did a long time ago where somebody was like completely losing their mind. And part of that energy was that this person, like you wouldn't drop them off. And they just sat in the street in the rain, just looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and looking. And there's probably relatives that are in this energy too. This relative was so conniving that they ruined their entire future. Yep. It's all the people from your past, and especially whomever this is that's always being nosy, trying to listen in on the things that you do or wants to know or runs around saying that they know what you're up to. Like whoever these people, whoever it is that goes around saying, oh yeah, I know where they moving to and I know to this and I know to that. Yeah, the person that thinks that they have all the insights group and they're chronicalizing, reporting and telling everybody what they know and, where you're going to be working, and they don't know anything. I feel like this is all false news. You know why? Because why would the collective share what they're really doing? Why would the collective share with someone that they know not to trust? Wouldn't it be behooved of the collective to actually channel their power and their potential magic with their own illusion of their manifestation? Because that's just. It's very justifiable to shield your manifestation. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah, that's called protection. That's actually genius, Spirit is saying. It's a genius magician move. So that's something they don't know about, And that's what they get. That's what I'm hearing right here. That's what they get for being this nosy noserton. All right, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. And they're realizing that, you know, maybe you are devoted to your inner path, you know, meditating on things as they come up, having insight about things, and practicing these things that you've been taught, you know, and the things that were imparted to you by mentors, guides, or teachers, however that resonates. Okay. All right. I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way. Somebody wants some more cards. I'll look through on the side really quick and see if this isn't even an energy that we should be made aware of, because sometimes it's just people wanting to press the wrong type of energy on the collective, and I'm very protective of my collective now. Yep, this is somebody who's a soulmate that you left in the past, and we're going to keep it that way, who's envious. We said that already. So a lot of people here daydreaming about the collective and what the collective's going to do next, but they have no clue. they've been sipping that syrup, okay? And now they're probably feeling real puzzled because they didn't know that you knew that you could do what you do. But you know what you can do. And you do what you do. Boop, boop, be doo. Catch you on the next one. Later.